Thank you, Jose. Certainly, I don't want to come between jaunting, right? So, it's a use case. My story is a use case. We have been hearing, come to that country, this country, right? I had a 2 decades of experience in the financial services. During COVID time, I was able to help an US wealth tech startup to launch in India. Given this background, I got an opportunity to migrate to Denmark on June 9th, 2023. Just think the story. I land in Copenhagen and I started focusing on startups, right? It took 3 months to get the first meeting. I repeat, it took 3 months to get the first meeting in Copenhagen. I'm talking about startup markets. It's surprising that they didn't relate to India at all. I'm talking about startup ecosystem. So then I started talking to Indian diaspora, then realized, I looked at the data, just to share some statistics. In 2023, we all know India received close to 10 billion USD as a venture capital. There are about 900 transactions, the capital in India. Out of that, only 11 are from Nordics. In 2024, till last month, about 670 transactions have happened. Out of 670, hardly few are from Nordics. So the point I'm trying to make is that certainly if you look at deep statistics on the capital received in India, predominantly it's US, Japan and Canada, right? Why is it there is no Nordic India corridor, right? That's the story which started, that's why. You can, the next slide, should I click here? Or how is it? Yeah, sorry. If you can just help me here, the next slide. So, we all know there is a problem, right? I mean, certainly, yeah, sorry. How do we do this, right? I mean, how do we build the Nordic India corridor, right? Then I came to India and said that, hey, I'm based out of Copenhagen and the private markets, what's the story? First, the previous speaker will be happy, they get confused with Denmark and Netherlands, right, from the Indian perspective, right? I say, no, it's not Netherlands, it's they get confused with Dutch and, Danish, right? So if you look at they asked me, why will I compare India, why are you comparing with India and Nordics? So just another statistic, we all know India received $10 billion of capital from the VC market in 2023. I asked them, do you know how much Nordics received in 2023? None of my Indian acquaintances, some of the large consulting companies did not know the data. Nordics, my friends, also have received close to $9.3 billion. So it's an apple to apple comparison. Both Nordic and India are a very vibrant startup ecosystem, right? So I'm sure that how this can happen is only like Madan spoke, the previous speaker, right, about TIE, what TIE did in US. I think we should do it in Nordics, right? So that's how thanks to Tech Barbecue. Tech Barbecue is one of the leading European startup ecosystems. So I partnered with them, and similar to the story, Europeans came to India first. The Europeans, the ICDK, the Innovation Center of Denmark, and Industry Foundation sponsored the first Nordic India Startup Summit in Copenhagen, which happened in 9 September. Right, and happy to share that we had targeted 100 registrations, but actually 200 registrations happened, and some of the, it was a very vibrant discussion on both the VC panels and so on and so forth. So I pause here. Certainly there is a great story to be built on Nordic India corridor. Thank you very much.